Hey, we just got a letter. Now you're asking, Matt, what is we just got a letter? Well, it's a sentence. And in this video, we're gonna figure out what's inside. So we got the CamSnap 103. Now, I know you're asking, Matt, how do you improve on something that's not supposed to have a screen, crazy megapixel count, vlogging abilities? Well, I don't know. And we're gonna actually figure that out today. First off, let's unbox it and see what we have. Now, I got the Alpine White version because winter's coming up and I just wanted to match with my environment. But they have a whole host of other colors. But I'm gonna shut up for now. We're gonna get this thing unboxed, charged, and go out in the field. The weather doesn't know what it wants to do. Like, it was hot and sunny when I started filming this video. Now it's cold and cloudy. But either way, we are down at the lake walk. And we're gonna either take some nice summer flower shots with the CamSnap or fall foliage. And some street photography, of course. Whatever. Okay, we are taking our first shot with the CamSnap. Look at that. Quick, a lot quicker than it used to be. Look at this, Duluth Treasures. What do we got here? Nice, nice. No, what CamSnap actually did is what most camera companies should do, or you'd think they would. Listen to their paying customers. And I feel like they personally fixed some issues that I had with the Mark I, such as the shutter lag and the ability to silent shoot. Because this is an electronic shutter, why do I have to have a sound? Which is an easy fix. All I have to do is cover this, but now you can customize it and turn down the audio a bit. First hill bomb in like 10 years, here we go. Please don't be offended by my model. It's the only one I have. You think I have friends or hang out with girls? I'm a YouTuber. Now, I couldn't find any info of what the actual sensor size of the OG CamSnap was, but I'm assuming it was a 1/2-3" 8 megapixel sensor. But now they're using a 1/3/2" sensor, and maybe they made some changes to the pinhole lens, and the shots should in theory be sharper. I don't know yet because we're still out in the field. We'll see later. I had no idea that you can buy CamSnaps in stores now. So when I looked, I was pleasantly surprised to see that a local shop, Trail Fitters in Duluth, Minnesota, is carrying CamSnaps, and we're on a little cruise down there to see if we can find one of our own. Let's talk specs with the CamSnap before I forget. So again, it has an 8 megapixel micro sensor, so it's about a 1/3/2" and the equivalent of an f3.2 aperture. Now, the focal length is sitting somewhere around 40 millimeters. I don't, again, have any concrete information of this. I'm just gauging relatively from experience. Fat bird. This might actually be a good spot to test out the new and improved low light qualities of the 103 here. Look at this. Just in case it wasn't dark enough, we're gonna add an ND filter. So I need some coffee and maybe a snack, use the bathroom. So what we're gonna do is skate over to the Vickers complex and do so. Probably take some more low light shots because they turn off all their lights to call it ambiance. Loop back around and do some street photography. Sorry if I'm winded, I'm just out of shape. The Camp Step camera, good for wildlife, huh? Little tree rat. You see them? Look how fat they get for winters. Isn't that cool? I get fat for winter. You know? Oh, back on the board. Coffee in hand. So the Camp Snap is in my fanny pack or pocket. I can't remember which one. It was cool to go to Trail Faders and see Camp Snaps in person. Now I didn't film inside because I don't want to be that guy, but nice. Also, the sales associates at Trail Faders said they all have the camera and it's selling very well. So yes, Camp Snap, if you're watching this, here's to it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like I got no good shots. It's cloudy, I can't chip at my screen, and I'm spiraling. No, but seriously, it should be all right, I hope. I'm an eternal optimist if you can't tell. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow and trust that you got something usable. And that's what the Camp Snap's all about. Now obviously this is a different day entirely, it's sunny out, and I wanted to take a few more test shots because I noticed I kept coming out with like this brownish tan color cast on my last photos, and I'm sure it's because of the cloudy day. I'm not complaining, the shots look fine and I can post-produce them to change the white balance. Regardless, I wanted to just take a few more shots. Also, my fat finger kept getting in the way of the lens, so it's just something to keep in mind if you have sausage fingers like I do. Menards. Cheers. Now some thoughts and first impressions after using the Camp Snap version 103. Now I'll try to make this short and sweet. We all have stuff to do and the last thing you need is for me to ramble on and on about nothings to fill my ad revenue, make some money. Pay me like $5 here. I'm doing it. I'll shut up. So after using the Camp Snap version 103, it is welcoming to have a company actually listen to feedback and constructive criticism from their paying customers and improve on what was already a good product, which was the Camp Snap 1. So the 103 brings a lot of welcoming upgrades such as the ability to attach a strap or lanyard to your device, dig in the underbelly here to get access to the micro SD card, change your modes, and add timestamps, which is a big deal for someone like me that can't stay away from post-producing, even if it is just a low-resolution 8-megapixel lomography image. I have to straighten my horizons and tidy up my photos. Having the ability to add timestamps just makes it so much easier for my workflow because now I don't have to search through all of my files to find the pictures that I just took. The image quality overall seems to have improved both in adequate light and low light conditions alike. Whether it is because the CamSnap is using a slightly larger sensor than before, I'm not sure, or if they've improved on this toy lens schematic. The shots do look better. Having said all of that, those are incremental changes that I could live without, honestly. If I already had the CamSnap version 1, I'd be happy with it. But I don't speak for everybody, clearly. That's why they made the version 103. I think the biggest redeemable upgrade that the version 103 has is the tighter shutter acquisition. So there's just less lag time between when I actually press this and the image firing off. It's nice. Helps me not miss my shots so much. I should also mention that you can download filters onto the CamSnap itself from the website, which would allow you to give some fun looking shots and effects when needed. Again, I personally just post-produce my images anyway, so it doesn't apply a whole lot to me. Another huge and welcoming upgrade that the version 103 has is the ability to quiet that shutter effect noise that it has. So I don't have to tape or cover this button anymore if I'm doing street photography. I can just use it as is. Now, is there any cons to the CamSnap version 103? I mean, it depends on who you ask. I think they've done a great job with it. I think the main thing that I've seen people complain about is those who pre-ordered the original and they were still waiting for it. They had no idea that the 103 was going to be announced, and if they had the option, they would have chosen the upgrade. Now, those are tricky waters to navigate for any company, I'm sure. And I'm also in a similar boat because I purchased CamSnap's direct competitor, which I don't even know what the name is right now. I feel like I got scammed. And no joke, a day or two after purchase, they sent me an email saying that I'm going to have to wait another month or two for the new version to come out, and they'll send me that instead of the one that I bought. Now, personally, I would have rather just had the camera that I purchased than wait a couple months for the new one. But that's just me. Now, this is all relative because that company handled the new version coming out a lot differently than the CamSnap. But the common denominator is, I think it would just be nice if both companies would just give the option to upgrade to their paying customers. But I get it. With CamSnap, I'd want to clear my old inventory before I start sending out new product anyways. And for that other unnameable company, that's the CamSnap's competitors, they probably just wanted me to have a better product. But regardless, some communication there would be nice. But in addition, I think CamSnap has really good customer service for what they are, which is a small company on the come up. Albeit sometimes they're a little bit late to respond, but I'm sure it's just one or two people at the end of that customer service line that we're dealing with. But it is awesome to see a company like CamSnap grow. And I was completely unaware until I checked the website and saw that I could buy the CamSnap locally. But here I am rambling on a different rabbit hole. Back to the negatives of the CamSnap, which I feel like there's no real put downs with a device like this because you are purchasing a toy camera at the end of the day that's supposed to take guttural lomography style images. So if I could change anything with the CamSnap, I can think of a couple off the top of my head. One, yes, it is nice to have a tighter shutter, but having the ability to set the CamSnap on a timer would be awesome. It would be nice for selfies, that way I can get in with the friends that I don't have and take some nice vacation shots with this without having to talk to strangers, which is dangerous, right? So yes, that would be welcoming. In addition, a tripod mount would be nice. That way I can post it out and take some cleaner shots without shutter shock. Another quick rabbit hole, there's a workaround for that. Obviously, I can just get a phone mount. Because this has no screen, I can just mount it like so. Look at that. And these two things would come in very handy, especially for low light shots. Now, I know that the CamSnap is all fully automatic, but having the ability to mount it to a tripod with a shutter timer would just reduce a lot of that shutter shake and shock that you get when you do low light shots with a camera like the CamSnap. Now, one last minute thing that I would consider changing with the CamSnap or adding would just be some little lugs to the lanyard or strap connector here, because I just simply don't have any that I could put onto this. So I'm unable to actually put this around my neck like I want to. But I understand all of the upgrades or things that I would personally want out of the CamSnap would just drive up the price, and I am happy with the way it is now. These are just fun little cameras, and they're just meant to be in the moment, right? anything to keep me off of a screen and those dopamine shots away. But yes, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Matt's Notes, and I will see you next time.